What's up YouTube? So this is TCA Gaming. I have a video here for you where I'm going to show you guys, we're going to open up 2 heavy packs, and then I'm also going to go through a pretty big purchase of Jungle and Fossil. Yeah, we'll just get right into it. So I want to apologize to any of you who think that I'm chewing gum. I actually had a video recently. It was posted probably 3 or 4 before this one by the time you get this. But everybody was commenting, quit chewing gum, it's so unprofessional. I wasn't even chewing gum, and I couldn't really hear it myself, but apparently a lot of people did, so it's probably just my voice. Sorry, I don't know what to say about that. But anyways, we're going to go through and I'm going to show you guys some Fossil and Jungle Holos that I bought. If you're on my IG, you probably already saw part of it. A lot of people were asking if it was legit, and yeah, it is. It's a nice set. You can see they're in really nice shape. I'll probably grade a lot of it, but I'm going to go through, and if I get to like 6 minutes or so and we're still going through it, then I'll just we'll go into the opening. But you can see right here, like this is complete sets. You know, and then go into another complete set. All this stuff looks really good. I haven't checked them for Galaxy promos or like Haunter smears, any of that kind of stuff. Maybe there'll be like some foil shifts. Wouldn't that be exciting? This is a lot easier to hold closer to my face, but it's almost like at this angle it makes my wrist tire out more quickly. It's weird. You can see all these are just complete sets, and we're still going. I mean, got plenty of holos to go through. Got to push those off to the side. Let's see. There's another stack. We'll just kind of flare through them pretty quick. You know, I mean, these are all Fossil holos. I think these are supposed to be near mint. There are some in here that aren't near mint. And normally when I get collections like this, I just set them back. If it's easy enough, like usually if it's a smaller collection, I'll go through each of the cards. Now we're getting to out of the set. So that was probably 10 sets that we went through. Like if it's just a few cards, like 50 holos or something like that, then I'll go through the individual cards and pick out which ones I want to grade. If it's a collection like this where it's just a ton of stuff, then most likely I won't go through and pick out which ones are best for grading. I'll just set them back into my box's worth of stuff. Let's see what we have here for Fossil. Fossil is one of those sets where I actually sent off all of my first edition and unlimited non-holo bulk, not to PSA, but to Troll and Toad, and they have it all there. So I mean, there's probably plenty of pack fresh stuff, but you guys know their conditions grading on near mint. It can be a lot more loose than what many collectors from this era want. They want, you know, really pristine near mint stuff, and so you could get really pack fresh stuff from them, or it could be like a super light near mint. Sometimes it is played, they make mistakes, but I mean, you gotta understand, and they're handling millions and millions and millions of cards. You know, so there's going to inevitably be some issues that arise. Look at all this Lapras. I'm hoping there's some gem mint copies in there. I don't really need anything, I think, from Fossil Unlimited. Or actually, I have all of Fossil First Edition. I may need some Fossil Unlimited, but I'm not too worried about it just because I've got stacks of holos like this that I can always just, if I can't find a Haunter, say, you know, PSA 10, and the price just gets out of hand, then I'll just go back into my back stock and I'll try to find one. I think Dragonite is one of those cards I need. Articuno was one, Dragonite's one, and hopefully I could pull a gem mint copy. Well, there's only 3 extra there, so maybe not for the Dragonite, unless these were just jumbled up. So we're back to Haunters again. There we go. Ditto. Yeah, there's some more Dragonites. So we're at 4 minutes. I'm going to start going through a little bit of Jungle. Nidoqueen, Pidgeot. Got about half of a row. I think I have more Jungle than Fossil. Probably a lot of Kangaskhans and Vaporeons. And I imagine that's because of all the theme decks. Man, I was really hoping for like some holo shifts, but yeah. Those are pretty rare. I've only seen a few. The last 2 I passed up because I felt like both of them were just kind of edging me up in price. The Scyther, I think I was at $350 before I stopped. And on the Mew, there was a Mew from Southern Islands that had a holo shift in it, and I started out at $300. He thought that was a really good price, and then Then he come back and was like, well, how about 500? And I said, all right, I'll do 500. And then he was like, I got someone who'll do 550. And at that point, I just backed out. I think he ended up, what was crazy is, well, I know the guy who has the card. He actually sent me a text, and he's like, hey, man, check out this cool card I just got. And I'm like, so you were the guy that I was bidding against. And I think he ended up getting it for $500. But sometimes with that kind of stuff, you just got to back off because people get greedy and they'll just keep, pushing you up on each side. And sometimes I understand it because, you have a one-of-a-kind card. It's only, you only get one chance to sell it. And after that, it's gone. I missed out on the base holos from this guy. He's actually going through a collection now. He's supposed to email me with base set 2 holos and some others. I know like Expedition, Reverse Holos, and something else. Maybe Legendary Collection. I don't think he's going to have this many because base, Fossil, and Jungle, they were massively printed. Way more so than other sets. And I'm saying that not as knowledge that I have, because it is not knowledge that I have. Looks like I've got Fossil Raichus and Zapdos in here. I'm going off of what I have heard, and then 2, based off of what I usually see in collections. Usually when I buy collections, if they have a lot of base, then they'll have also a lot of Jungle, Fossil, and then it just kind of slowly dies down the amount that they have. And by the time you get to the Neo series or the E-Reader, it's almost non-existent. But the fact that he has 300 Expedition Reverse Holos, that means he probably has maybe 100 of the holos. That would be pretty cool, unless they're mixed in, and then I would expect there to be about a 75 to a 225 ratio for something like that, and then maybe 100 to 200. And then reverse holos for Legendary Collection would be the same kind of deal. Man, these holos just keep going and going. It looks like we're getting into some of the sets here. I think these sets are going to be missing the last 3 cards. And what's crazy is this was just one collection, or actually part of one collection from one guy. But the sets were missing some of the end cards. I think the Venomoth, should have just looked at one of them. Wigglytuff and Victory Bell. Might have been the Vileplume. Look at all those electrodes. Jolteons, Kangaskhans. Should be a bunch of Kangaskhans. Back in the, it took forever for these theme decks to get out of the $10, $20 range. And I have rows and rows and rows of this kind of stuff. But I'll be honest with you, most of it is, just the original sets. Like I have way more base set than I do like Neo. Like I probably have, a stack like that of Neo Revelation or Destiny or something like that. But here, I'll give you an example. This is just, I just pulled this out of the middle of a row. Like here's some more holos, non-holos. Just decent stuff. You got promos. There's base set. See all them base set, and then you have some Neo Genesis, some Gem, some Team Rocket, base set 2. This is all good stuff too, and these probably aren't all, like really good condition. Like these may have been ones that I did sort through and just decided, hey, these aren't worth grading. I actually had a pretty good bit of Neo Genesis in here. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and stop that. And this went way over the 6-minute mark. Anyways, we're at 8 minutes now. But I thought that'd be kind of cool just to give you guys a little bit of insight into that kind of stuff. Because there are tons of holos out there. Don't think that the market is completely dried up. But now we're going to get around to opening up these 2 heavy base set packs. Man, prices really increased on these. Man, I can't believe it. It's almost insane to think about. But I was actually looking at the prices of the PSA 10s that you can pull out of here, and the prices on the PSA 10s have went up even more so than I think than the prices of the heavy packs. I think people are really starting to appreciate PSA 9s and PSA 10s. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, that almost looks like it would be it right there, and that one looks like it has a matte finish to it. That's kind of weird. I'm still going to sleeve this one up. I would think this one has... It's the 4th card. It should be where the holo is. Got these from, what was it, Kingdom Pokemon. And these are some of the packs I weighed out as heavy. But look at that. That kind of looks like that's the holo right there. Maybe that's it. And I'm going to set it aside just in case. Was that it? I don't know. Let's just go through and look at the cards. We got Switch, Rattata, Energy Removal, Doduo, Metapod. Got a Grass Energy. Got some blue dots on that. Energies are always really easy to find dots on because of how uniform the background is. They are pretty common on other cards as well. Ivysaur and Maintenance. So those were the 3 uncommons. So that actually should be the holo. Yeah, that's a fighting energy, and we could see that from the matte background, like it's kind of just different colored back there. All right, hopefully this is a holo. Oh, it is. It is not a starter. It is a Hitmonchan. Is this the one that we pulled from the other box? I believe it was, because we were looking at it and it almost had like a screen holo to it. But it does have a few really light print lines there. One right here. But man, that's not too bad. Got a lot of good color, a good gloss to it. On the back side, I was kind of worried because it looked like it was almost like a matte finish or just a no gloss finish. But instead of having white dots, it has like these little lips. I guess this was a different print run where they tried using a different cutting method. But that was not too bad. I would say that's a good 9, a very solid 9. So let's see if we can open up one more pack. Haven't pulled a Charizard in a while. See if it's the same way. Yep, look at that. 3, 4, 5. So what I'm guessing is these are the 3 uncommons and these are the 2 energies. And then the holo was for some reason stuck in a different order. Make sure nothing's different on the pack. Yeah, I didn't check to make sure these weren't 1999 2000. These are regular 1999. You can tell by the wizard logos it's square instead of curved, and sometimes I say it right here too. 1999 2000. Alright, so we have Onyx, Charmander, got us a starter, Caterpie, Machop, Drowsy, Water Energy, Lightning Energy, Jinx, Dugong, and Poliwhirl. Alright, here we go. Boom! Oh, another Venusaur. Man, we are on fire for Venusaur lately. Man, check that one out. Looking like, I don't know if it'll pick up, but right above his eye, you can, it's like a silver dot. There you go. You can kind of see 2 silver dots. If you catch it right in the light. There's one right there and one below his ear. But I'm not seeing any print lines, so that's really nice. Backside. Oh yeah, there we go. Little white, hold on, so I get a little white dot right there. The centering isn't perfect, but it's not too bad. And the fact that on the front side it looks a little better and it's slightly to the left rather than the right, I think it might make it by with the tolerance. I think it's either 60-40 or 55-45 or something like that for PSA. And then sometimes they don't pick it up with their eyes anyways. But man, that's a really good pull. So we got Hitmonchan, from the Haymaker deck, and then you had Venusaur, which is one of my favorites because I love that energy trans. Love playing with that in a deck. Anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. These packs are getting much more expensive, so I imagine they're going to get harder and harder to open up on YouTube. Thanks.